Hey, what's up? It's Brent and
What's up, everybody? It's Colin from Slam Master Golf.
oh yeah, I'm Brent from Get Back to Golf. But you guys already knew that. Today we are going to talk about
We are going to bring two segments to you today. We are going to do what you get at the turn / what's the craziest thing you've gotten at the turn, and we are going to talk about scrambles today.
that's pretty good. I mean, you can actually mix it together. You can get a scrambled egg and cheese out of scramble.
Exactly.
But so start off. What is the craziest thing that you ever ate at the turn?
Honestly, I don't think there's anything too crazy for me, but I have had. They were making sausage sandwiches.
I saw you put a glizzy down and a sausage sandwich, which was pretty impressive.
God.
Seeing that, I threw my half a hot dog in the garbage.
But there was one place where I was at. I think it was no, it wasn't Ravenclaw. I forget. So they had a sausage sandwich, but the sausage it was spicy sausage. There were so many spices in this sausage that the sausage was red.
Oh.
And I know what you're thinking. No, it was not undercooked. It was just so red. It was red because it had so many spices in it.
I've actually had Casey bought those, and they were actually chicken sausage. Yeah. I don't know if you ever had that, dude. It was to the point where it burned at both ends, going in and going back out. So I was like, no more of those. I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I can have Ryobi as my sponsor. I'll turn the light on. There we go.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't even know. I went to one outing, and they had at the turn skewers. I mean, I don't know. I might be saying it New Jersey style, but it basically was beef, like teriyaki beef with peppers, onions, tomatoes, and they also had teriyaki chicken, and that's what they handed everybody. And everybody's like, "Can't we just get a hot dog?"
So ungrateful. I'd be like, all right, can I get a second plate?
Oh my god! And the place is unbelievable too. The outing, it was maybe, I don't know if you ever had lamb.
No, I've never had lamb.
Okay, so you're like your father. He won't eat. He won't try anything. But I'm telling you this: if you had lamb here, because he was with me, he went to this tournament, and if he would not eat it, but I'm telling you, it was, even Grandpa doesn't like it. He won't eat it either. But it's the best lamb I've ever had in my life. But they didn't have that at the turn; they had it at the end of the evening. So, but I mean, seriously, a hot dog at the turn is probably not the best thing for you. But seeing after 9 holes, I mean, you could probably eat. You can eat probably anything at that point. You know what I mean? Your body's probably so hungry, it doesn't even care what you're going to have.
I don't want to sound sus here, but I could probably shove about 3 glizzies down my throat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We might have to censor that one out. But
we're usually getting there so early that I don't have time to eat. So I'm starving, and like we're working out too. I mean, because golf is kind of a workout.
Yeah. I mean, even if like, say if you were playing even in a cart, and you have two. If you're one person in a cart, you have no excuse. You ain't working out because you're just driving right to your ball.
Yeah.
If you have 2 people in the cart, you're walking, you're getting out. One guy's driving the cart. You're looking for the ball. You're moving around. You're doing things that your body's not used to. Even if you just go to a gym, you go to a gym and you're sitting there on a stationary thing doing this. You're not really actually exercising all your body parts like you do with golf. And I know people say golf isn't much of an exercise sport, but if you walk in New Jersey, Pennsylvania is pretty lucky from where you are because it's a little flatter. But some of these hills, man, they call them all heart attack hills for a reason. People actually have had heart attacks going up like a par 5 or a par 4, and usually is a par 5. And
maybe in my area, but there are some places in Pennsylvania. Oh man, I wouldn't walk.
Well, because if you go like north of you, like Allentown area, and it's you can't walk.
Like
you can't
Bethlehem.
Walk. Oh, it's like, dude, the cart. There's par 3 just goes straight down.
I had a place. Yeah, we were playing at a place called Rolling Turf one year when I had tryouts for high school golf. Oh my God, this hole, I swear, was at like a 90, like an 80-degree angle.
Wow.
You weren't shooting down the hole. You were shooting up the hill.
Oh, that's the
So if you
worst.
didn't make it all the way to the top,
The
it
ball's
was
coming
coming
up.
all the way back down.
That's crazy. And then in high school, you can't take a car. You got to walk that shit.
Yeah,
And
you gotta walk it.
people don't realize, like, hey, I don't want to say that it's a hard sport. I mean, it's hard because, but it's not like football or
It's
ice hockey.
mentally.
I think it's
more
more
mentally
mentally
hard.
Yeah, it's more mentally hard than physically hard, because you think, well, the ball's just sitting there. I should be able to just hit it. But we're getting off topic. But what else? I mean, I've seen guys get full on meals like Caesar chicken salad, like in a container that could feed a family of four, and they're sitting there munching away. This is a guy I don't even know the guy, and he's sitting there for the next 4 holes eating like he's a bunny rabbit about to go have a fresh liver. And it's like, I was like, what the hell is wrong with you, bro? And you're crunching away at my backswing. I'd rather have music blaring at 100 decibels than having some guy sitting there randomly poking at a friggin' plastic bin and then crunching away the chicken Caesar salad. I thought that was probably one of the most ridiculous things ever on a turn.
Well, my thing is it's always 5 o'clock somewhere on the at the turn. At the turn, it's always 5 o'clock, so you're always allowed to drink.
Yeah, especially 9:30.
My go-to is always a hot dog. You got to get a hot dog.
Yeah.
It's not the best for you, but man, is it the classic. It's like you can't go to a ballpark without getting a hot dog. You can't play around without getting a hot dog.
Yeah, I mean, my go-to when I used to go to the Giants games with my father all the time, the go-to was Giants Stadium before they had the new bougie stadium and all the food went to crap. You had to get these nachos and cheese. It was the best nachos and cheese. It was just one of those things. And you had to get it early because by the second half, they were sold out. And for any people that went to Giant Stadium, speaking of glizzies, did you watch that Philly game the other day?
Philly game?
Yeah.
The Phillies?
Yeah, the
no,
Phillies.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? It was $1 hot dog night. They started throwing them at everybody.
Oh my God.
Oh, you gotta look at that video, bro. I should have sent it to you. So apparently they made up this story. I really believe that Philadelphia made up the story because Philly has a long track record of throwing stuff, especially at Santa Claus. They said that the guy was trying to break a record for eating the most hot dogs, so the fans started throwing him hot dogs because they wouldn't sell him any more hot dogs, which sounds like total horse manure because I watched the video and there's just hot dogs flying everywhere. You gotta see that video. Anybody that's gotta watch it, and anybody that knows a Philly fan, dude, trust me, do not ever go to Philly games with the opposite teams. You're going to die. You're just going to die.
Unless you're my brother who's like 6'4", 270.
That's true.
Do not even bother.
That's true. But still,
it's the only exception.
We can go into back when he was a kid and some lady cursed him out. Remember that one?
He was like 5 years old.
5 years old, a Philly fan cursed him out. Oh, just whatever. But anyway, on a good note.
Back on topic, I would say my go-to, you always got to get a beer. So,
yes.
I'm not talking about any beer here. I'm not talking about any alcoholic drink. You have to get an Arnold Palmer.
Oh, wow.
You have to get an alcoholic Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, the Arnold Palmer Spiked, I got to say, I don't know if anybody's got the privilege to actually have one, but it should totally put Twisted Tea out of business. That's how good it is. I mean, it's almost to the point where it's dangerous. They taste like an Arnold Palmer with nothing in it. Like there's no effects. Like you don't sit there and go, you wince a little. No, it's like, oh, this is good. Oh, it's gone. And then you crush it and everything on your head. But
not to mention, it has a beautiful can too.
Yes, I gotta say,
it looks like the Arizona iced tea version.
And I think Arizona Ice TX actually has something involved in it too, because they're the ones that own the license, and they made a deal with him that all the profits, they will never raise the price for a regular, not the spiked one, but the regular Arnold Palmer tea. Arnold Palmer says keep it 99 cents, and whatever proceeds go to my Winnie and the foundation for the women and children hospital, whatever it is. So that's just
It's not St. Jude's, is it? Is it St. Jude's?
no, it's not St. Jude's. It's actually Arnold Palmer Winnie's Children's Foundation. It's like a hospital for kids that aren't doing so well, and they'll actually cover all the cost for you.
Oh,
so
that's great.
I would love to leave a legacy. I mean, imagine passing away and being dead, but your legend lives on. I mean, that's just
everybody knows your name.
Yeah, I mean,
that is immortality.
Immortality. I mean, yes, Tiger Woods has done some really cool things, but only of late, I would say. But I mean, no one's going to ever, even Jack Nicklaus, they can't even hold a candle to what Arnold Palmer did. But you got to remember, Arnold Palmer grew up, as a greenskeeper / pro, white. His hands were so. From working on the tractors and doing that stuff. I mean, if anybody ever wants to have a true inspirational story, you definitely want to watch that one, other than any of the other golfers out there. Not that those aren't inspirational, but it just trumps all those other ones. So, right. But what was the other thing we were talking about? Outings.
Yeah, but before we get on to that, we gotta talk here. Brent and I have affiliate sponsors, so you can check down below in the description if you're on YouTube, or you can talk in the About section if you're on Spotify or Apple. And that really going down there, we have some deals down there for you, so you're saving money by clicking those links.
Yeah, and it helps. Every little bit helps. Again, we're on the free monthly program here, so it would be nice. Unfortunately, after 90 days, our podcasts do disappear. So I would love to actually be able to make enough money, which we aren't at all, to be able to cover our podcast. But other than panhandling right now, I don't even have a hat on to hold out. But we were going to talk about golf outings.
We're talking about scrambles.
Great for beginners. Great for beginners.
Today.
I'm telling you, any person that wants to go play golf and enjoy themselves as a beginner golfer, go find some friends. You can even talk to a place that's running a scramble. Usually it's a charity event, so you'll go out there, you spend a little extra more money, but they'll feed you breakfast. They'll give you something at the turn, beers, at every other hole. And you will have such a great golf experience, and you'll actually get to meet people too. It's a great networking tool. You might even get a better job from it. So even people that you can be on the lookout and ask around for people that are playing outings, because you pretty much play most courses in New Jersey. I'd say 100% of the courses in New Jersey are on Monday. Pennsylvania does have a little bit different. Sometimes their outings are on Tuesday. Which is probably pretty smart, because you can play an outing on Monday in New Jersey and then go play an outing in in Pennsylvania on Tuesday. So, but have you ever gone out on a scramble yet, with not just us playing, but in one of these special events?
I have not. The only times I would say I've played a scramble before is when my buddies and I go out, and the course is pretty busy that day, so you're required to play a scramble. Other than that, you and I have played the scramble one time.
Yeah, we have. That's actually I came up with that a long time ago. It's a 2-man scramble, but every 6 holes you alternate players. Mm-hmm. It's a little unfair, but it's also not. It's fair to everyone, because there's always like that one golfer that's pretty good, and then there's a golfer that's decent. Then there's 2 golfers that are bad. You know what I mean? It gives everybody an opportunity to go out and realize, like, oh man, I want to win this hole. I won this hole. Like, yeah, you lost the whole round, but you still won the hole, and you feel good about yourself. That's the whole point. I mean, you're not out there to make the U.S. Open. You're not going to make the PGA Tour. I mean, 99.9% of golfers, they just suck. I mean, go out and enjoy yourself. Go look at the course and just realize that it's not a foot race, but you want to move a little good pace and have fun and scramble. 2-man scramble is definitely something that I call it the 2-man alternating scramble, and it's fun because you get a good drive. You lose a lot of balls because after a while you just feel like, screw it, I don't even want to drive to my ball. You got a great drive, let's just go there. So you leave shrapnel all over the course. But it's how fun was that?
That was totally fun. Brent, do you want to explain what a scramble is before, like, just in case like somebody doesn't know?
So a scramble is different than a best ball. Best ball is different. Best ball, you can have 4 players or a 2-man team or a 4-man team go out, and best ball you hit, and when you score, the person's best score, which doesn't make any sense. It should be best score, but it's best ball. That best score on so if everybody shoots, a 5 and you shoot a 4, you write 4 on the card for the team. Now a scramble, you hit a drive, and the best you pick which drive you want to hit from, and all 4 players or 2, depending on how many people you want to use. All 4 players hit from that ball, and then the next ball, then they all hit from, and that's most fun. So if you're ever going into a tournament, don't get confused and go to a best ball tournament. Go to a scramble. They're a lot more fun, and it's just, it's great because you can it's almost like going to a driving range for that last person. That if someone has a drive out in the fairway like 260, that last person you can just bomb away. Yeah,
and then not to mention, even if you contribute like even 1 or 2 shots to someone who's way better than you are, because you always have that. You said it already. There's always the person that's way above everybody else there, and then there's the person who's like kind of decent, and then there's the 2 people at the bottom. If you're one of those 2 people at the bottom, or even that guy who's not at the top, the like second guy there, or girl, you don't discriminate here. But if you could contribute like 1, 2, even 3 shots on a hole, not even on a hole, you can do it in a round.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Another person score and help them out, your confidence is going to shoot up like crazy.
Oh, yeah, and the thing is you're learning, too, because you could be the guy that's the first one putting, and you don't even putt. You just want to putt to get the read. And then, and then the next person putts to get the speed, and then the next 2 people have to actually try to make the putt. So it's just such a great strategic way to play. I know people complain because they say a lot of people cheat, but that's part of everything in life. People get caught cheating
too.
Yeah, people are cheating in the NFL and baseball, and these are professional sports, and these people are cheating. You're even just complaining about the other day about the sports betting and how they're going to let players. They might actually allow players to sports bet as long as it's not on their sport. Did you hear about that one?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
I heard about the 4 Lions guys though. 2 of them were betting on college football. Well, the other 2 were betting on their own games.
Yeah.
And the 2 who were betting on their own games got cut. They lost their jobs.
Ugh.
And these are not like bums either, like relative bums, because these guys are not bums. They're 20 times the athlete you and I will ever be.
Oh, yeah. Especially in football.
These guys got cut, and they were starters. They were starters on the defense last year.
That's
and
crazy.
The other 2 guys were on offense. Or I think one was on offense, one was on defense, who got suspended 6 games. One of them was Jamison Williams, though, like a lottery pick.
Wow.
Like the 12th pick from last year.
And we kind of all knew it was going to happen because, Pete Rose is the poster child for the person that shouldn't, he bet he's never going to the hole. Dude, they all do it. They've all been doing it forever. This one got caught. They try to make an example.
Friends do it, and they tell them what the lines are, so they make sure they hit them.
Yeah, this has been going on since the Black Sox, which is a White Sox story. I don't know if you saw that movie, but I
didn't see the movie, but I knew about the story.
Yeah, they've been throwing games forever. One of the worst sports, and I might piss off a lot of people, is soccer. Soccer is notorious for people betting and cheating and having ties to someone saying, "Hey, you owe me money because you know." These guys are all they love the excitement. That's the whole point, that these guys are so good. And like I was saying, I don't know, was I joking about the other day about Michael Jordan? I mean, he lost like $1 million to Phil Mickelson at one time on 18 holes because he couldn't stop himself.
That's a story that's another segment for another time.
Yeah, seriously,
golf. Talk about Michael Jordan golfing.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about gambling and golfing and all these athletes. They can't play they can't even just go out and enjoy themselves and playing golf without putting money on it, because they're just so competitive, and they probably don't even know how to relax and enjoy themselves. But what do you think? Which course do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to join now that he's a New York Jet?
I have no idea. Probably something in the Hamptons.
Well, you think he's going to move out to like the Hampton area?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to. There's no way he stays in New York, right?
He's not going to stay. Well, Hampton, well, it's still Long Island, but I mean, still technically New York. But you don't think he'll live in New Jersey, like Short Hills or something, like Eli Manning is?
I know there's a town in New Jersey where all the Eagles players stay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's Eagles.
Far, though. That's far.
So I know where all the Jets people live. They live in Sparta area. There's a huge amount of Jets players, and there's a country club in Sparta called I probably shouldn't even say what it is. It's Mohawk Country Club, and a lot of Jet players play there. So and there's a big giant hospital out there, and it's all Jets themed. Florham Park is where they practice. So there's some guys that live there. I mean, there are some really, really nice areas I think Eli Manning just sold his house in Short Hills and bought a house twice as big in Short Hills. So it's just one of those things. And Eli Manning actually lived in Hoboken when he was playing for the Giants. So it's just really funny. But there's so much similarities of what Brett Favre did and now what Aaron Rodgers is doing, which I just don't. I think it's just a bad move. I mean,
it just doesn't make any sense, because Aaron Rodgers was like, "Oh, I hate that guy. The guy was such an a-hole to me," and then he did the exact same thing. Like, come on, Aaron.
I mean, he's literally he's literally following in Brett Favre's footsteps. But but Aaron Rodgers was an a-hole to Love. But I don't think Love is their answer up in Green Bay. But
maybe he'll sign with the Vikings after this.
Oh, my God, that would be hilarious. Well, on that note, we're going to call it at 22 minutes. And you have any last words?
None for me today. Just to make sure you guys check out those links down below. And make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Even if you don't want to click on those links, there are free ways to support us. Hitting that like button. Hitting that subscribe button. It's completely free.
Yeah, and share with a friend,
Yeah, so share it with a friend.
All right, guys, we're going to say peace out. See ya.
All right, see ya. Brent, we're still recording.
Why don't I ever figure this out?